as we are diving into our second semifinals. Bearing in mind that Omei Jim, he's representing a new team.
Yes, he is no longer a lumber. He is now an eagle.
There you go. Is that an eagle?
He's an eagle.
Yeah, okay.
He's an eagle.
I can see the eagle. I can see the eagle.
Fundara Light VIP, mate.
I mean, is the eagle is like spitting or something? I don't know. It's like
no, he's an eagle from a like quarter angle.
Ah, okay.
You know, looking sideways. That's an eagle. Like, speaking of eagles, it's not an eagle. It's an owl. But this is from Team GP, the very own Mexican set player, Cham.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres ALE, we have Papi Jim himself, now a father, representing the land of Mexico and his brand new team, Astral Esports. It is JimRising.
Can I briefly funara JimRising for once again not having his team logo on the in game? I don't know. I probably not. But if for some reason the owner of Astral Esports is watching this, Jerry, please make JimRising just your logo.
I mean, like, it's like, I see it from both ends, right? Like, I don't think Jim ever had the Timbers Esports logo. Even playing like in EPT, like in ESO Pro Tour and stuff like that, like he would never show it off. Because you know what? At heart, he's an ape. He's it's just who he is, you know? He's embracing his inner ape, mate. Oh god.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And it's, you know what? It's because he's an ape that he's able to, you know, be unpredictable. And mate, he has taken games off of Cham before. Like he still looks really good despite being old, despite being a dad now. Like he's still a great player.
Despite being old, maybe he's younger than me. Don't say that.
Oh god.
But yeah, Jim, for some reason, he has been able to more or less keep up his ability, mate. Even though he doesn't play as much StarCraft as before, you know, other games have been consuming his time. But I don't know, mate. I suppose that when EPT season is close and now you have an extra mouth to feed, I guess practice is warranted, right?
I like to think like he's like, you know, he wants to like sleep in or something, and then the mother of his child is like, hey, yeah, who's gonna feed this family? Get out there, okay? Copa Hyperion, you know, like you gotta feed your child, mate. Oh god.
Well, he's close to doing it, mate. He only has to beat Cham to do it.
And just beat Cham. Forehead.
Yeah, just beat Cham. That is it.
That's all you gotta do. And JimRising, he is doing what he does best. In ZvZ specifically, I don't think I've ever seen him take a third base on time. Like, he's all about the 2 base.
Yeah. This is like the usual JimRising. He's going for really fast gas. Over here, the lair is on the way, and I think we both know what is gonna happen when that lair is over.
Yeah, he should be going for a Spire. He does have 3 gases. Doesn't have the 4th gas in his main, so that may lead to something else. And it is!
Oh my god!
Ah!
Oh my god! It is a very quick Nidus worm. It's gonna be with roaches. Remember, guys, that the Nidus got slightly buffed when with the new patch of StarCraft 2, where now the Nidus, when it pops out, it leaves a lot more creep.
Oh yeah.
because the queen needed it.
Yes. There was a queen nerf, so to compensate, there was a Nidus buff, and we'll see how this goes here. Meanwhile, looking at Cham's vision, he hasn't gone into the main base. He sees nothing. The only thing he knows is it's 2 base. That is it. And it could be anything. It could be 2 base like Roach with Roach speed. It could be 2 base Muta, or it could be Nidus. And the Nidus is thrown down, and Cham doesn't see. He doesn't see.
Oh, he's about to see. I think that Overlord is gonna see. That
Uh,
Overlord is gonna see.
God, it looks like he just barely will see it just as the Nidus finishes up. JimRising, he is on the move. He has his roaches. This third base is dead, but JimRising needs more than just the third.
Yes, and there we go. But Cham wasn't idle, mate. He was building a lot of roaches in the meantime, and there we go. Roach versus roach fights is starting. I was expecting queens to come out of the alongside the roaches, but I guess, but I guess it was just a quick attack to try and kill the third base of Cham, and I'm not sure that it's working out. That queen is gonna make wonders. Plus, Cham has a defender advantage.
Exactly. Cham was playing this safe, and something that I'm sure Jim was expecting was drones here at the third. But Cham didn't make a single drone. He went straight into roaches. So because of that, Cham does have an army to contend with that of JimRising. Nidus gets cleaned up in the main base. JimRising doesn't break in at all.
Yeah, he doesn't break in. He does basically 0 damage to Cham's economy or army, and now he's behind, mate. 20 supply behind, another full base behind, and now he's going for the desperation move, mate. The Spire.
Yeah, these mutas are going to be so important. The problem is that Cham was working on these roaches earlier, and now he's going for a big attack, and Cham is looking to end the game before the Spire finishes.
Yeah, the roaches are moving in. He has +1, which JimRising has not even started. So yeah, this is gonna be really hard for him to defend.
It really is, but Cham has to recognize what's going on because he is droning up. Again, if Cham attacked right now, I do think that he could probably just overwhelm Jim, maybe even kill the Roach Warren and just end the game. But Cham, he's backing off, he's giving Jim time, and once the mutas come out, that's going to give the opportunity for JimRising to expand and get his third base up and running.
Cham is a merciful man, mate. You know, he knows Jim has extra mouths to feed.
True. he's not just fighting Jim right now. He's fighting Jim's family. He's fighting Jim's kid. You know, like. Oh god. And here we go. Mutas are on the way. +1 air attack, and with this, Jim should be able to establish this third base. But Cham, not too far behind, already has a Hydra Den on the way.
Yeah, Hydra is on the way. +2 range attack is also on the way. There are spores coming in, so Cham is definitely gonna be safe, at least against the first few Mutalists that JimRising summons. So yeah, I mean, the game is gonna go on. JimRising is still gonna be behind. The question is, will these Mutalists be able to do something? And we have seen before Jim doing miracles with only a flock of Mutalists.
Exactly. Give Jim like 5 mutas and he can make some magic happen. He can turn water into wine. He can have a child. It's crazy. Oh god, and here we go. The mutas are out. So far, picking off a couple of overlords here and there. They do deny the 4th base of Cham for the time being.
There we go. He enters the main base. There is no queens here, only a sport to defend. And Jim, with a quick in and out, he's trying to snipe as many drones as he can.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna get a couple of drones. Dives on top of the Hydras. He will get 1 Hydra, but ooh, loses a muta in the process.
Yeah, 2 Hydras for 1 Mutalist and 2 workers. I mean, okay, I guess, but you definitely do not want to lose those Mutalists. Those are the kind of units that you just want to keep piling and piling.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, the mutas, they catch a couple more roaches. What is this? 2, 3 roaches going down, 4 roaches even. Not bad. And again, Jim just has to get whatever he can and make sure he keeps Cham at home, because Jim, throughout all of this, has been droning. He's trying to catch up to also make a roach army.
Yeah, he's behind in upgrades. He is behind in workers. He was behind in bases. He needs to keep his opponent in check. He's doing an okay job so far, sniping drones here and there, being an annoyance, knowing that if Cham leaves, he probably is going to lose a lot of economy for it.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Cham also, while he's been defending, has been losing a little bit, but he has been taking up. Lurker Den is done. Night Infestation Pit is done as well, so he can go into Hive, he can go into Hydra, Lurker, Viper. That is Cham's end game goal here. And I really worry for JimRising. Like, going Muta Roach against Lurkers is a hard thing to pull off. It's hard. Not impossible.
Not impossible, but yeah, just say very hard, definitely. Vitaly's flying around, still being a nuisance here.
catching another roach as well. The problem is that the goal of these mutas were to delay this 4th base, and Cham is getting the 4th up and running. He's prioritizing the gases as well. This 4th is going to be so important. The supplies are very similar here, but again, pushing up into lurkers with roaches, like that's you're gonna have a hard time, mate.
JimRising moving out so early. Oh my god, the Mutalists, what are they doing?
He tries to fight the Hydras one-on-one, and he does trade better, don't get me wrong. But oh god, the mutas are so valuable.
Yeah, he lost a lot of Mutalists here, and there we go. JimRising is going in. He's just going straight to try to deny this 4 base for Cham, but there are already lurkers here, and remember, Cham has the upgrade advantage. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Jim is trying to force his way through, but we have 4 lurkers already borrowed, and he can't get on top of them. A couple of battles do force the lurkers to unborrow, so Jim is doing a decent job. Can he get on top of the lurkers? No.
It was a really good try. It almost worked in my opinion. I don't know if you were seeing the supplies that were pretty even, but no, at the end of the day, the lurkers survived, and Jim just couldn't handle them. And that is GG.
GG. It was so close. The lurkers were so low, but Cham was doing a really good job at unburrowing and pulling the lurkers back, and I don't think a single lurker died. It was crazy.
I think a couple died to biles, but other than that, yeah, JimRising just couldn't just what I'm looking for be close enough to snipe them.
Yeah. Lurkers, they got a lot of range, and Cham was in position to protect them, to make it as difficult as possible for JimRising to get on top of them. And it's one of those things where if those lurkers had died, then Jim could have maybe even won the game then and there. He was pretty all in. Oof. And with that, we are now getting ready for game number 2. And honestly, I'm still impressed with how JimRising played, because even though the 2-base Nidus fell in its face, like, he was able to bounce back pretty well.
Yeah. He didn't crumble immediately as soon as his attack didn't work. He tried his best. I think if JimRising does something less, what the one I'm looking for, aggressive for game number 2, I think he can go toe to toe with Cham.
I agree, and we'll see what JimRising has in store for us in game number 2. I would love to see like more straight up 2-base muta. I don't see him going straight into like a normal macro game. I feel like I've never seen him do that. Like I feel like I've never seen it. But this is a first time for everything. God damn it, the Zerg Lord. Oh, God.
There we go, Jamie's here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess the Zerg Lord is watching.
Forgot the delay. Funara the Zerg Lord.
Shaking my head, man. Shaking my head. Oh god, but the Zerg Lord, he's watching, he's spying on his opponents. It makes sense, right? It's the finals is going to be a ZvZ, so there's a lot of value in looking to see how Jim and how Cham play.
Oh yeah, definitely. And there we go, mate. Map number 2 is now loading. It's going to be Hardwire, Ellie. Light, as a Zerg player, how comfortable do you feel in a ZvZ in this map?
Oh, I mean, it's a very boring map compared to some of the others, but I'm sure our players are gonna find a way to make it explosive.
Yes, take it away, mate.
Oh, here we go. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player himself representing Team GP. It is Cham.
And here, on the other side of the map, representing his new team, Estral Esports, an excellent baseball player, this is JimRising.
Baseball?
Yeah, mate. He's good at throwing.
Ay. Not like this, Jim. Not like this.
I just cannot forget. I don't know if you remember the game
Yeah.
about a month ago. JimRising. It was versus Cham, right? If I recall correctly.
Yeah. Where Jim
But I
had like
mean-
half the map. He had like 80 drones. Like he had such a great economy, and then he threw away all of his mutas and then just GG'd out. Like
And unfortunately, JimRising is from Veracruz, mate, and baseball is very popular there.
shaking my head. It's all your fault, baseball. It's all your fault. Oh my god. Yes, for those wondering, I highly recommend tuning into the VOD on our YouTube channel of Cham versus JimRising, the most recent VOD of them playing. It was a very, very spicy series. A series that Jim almost won, to be honest. He played out of his mind. And that's why, like, even though, like, Cham is the more higher rated player here, players like Jim can cause upsets, you know? Even though they're not favorites, they can still take games, they can still take series. And whenever it happens, it's beautiful.
By the way, mate, speaking of taking games, can I give you a quick shout out to Kamikaze, mate? Because, mate, that guy has been getting good lately.
Yeah.
You know, 1 year ago, I would have said that he's a nobody.
Yeah.
And now, mate, he's taking games out of the settlers. What the hell?
Yeah. I said the same thing at the start of the night. Like, that's why we casted Kamikaze versus the Zerglord earlier today. He's been looking really good. And even today, like, he got 2-0'd by the Zerglord, but it was still really close. Like, he had really, really good, like, just army positioning as well. I could definitely see a lot of potential in Kamikaze.
Yes. I personally do not see him qualifier for this next Dreamham season, but maybe the next one, mate. I mean, he's getting good, and we need new Terran blood in the scene.
Tavo
Not
is
a
enough
Neo
for
and
you?
Tavo,
Huh?
and no, it's not. It's not, mate.
Oh god.
No, it's never gonna be enough.
You're like, I just want a TVT finals, okay?
Someday, mate. Someday.
Someday, Copium. Just oh god. We've already had one, okay? It's good enough. The Neo and Tavo finals, we had that one time like a year ago. But yeah, again, we're here in this game, and shock horror surprise, Jim is going 2-base lair again.
Yes, 2-base lair. Now the question is: he gonna try to repeat the Nidus from last game, or is he gonna go straight for Mutalis now? Now on the other side, I have to say, have you seen what Cham is doing?
Oh my god, this I don't know. I don't think I like this, but he's going for a massive Link Flood with +1 melee.
Yes, a massive Limb Flock. I think he doesn't want to give Jim a chance to do anything, mate. Like he knows that Jim is going to base something. So he's like, no, mate, you're not going to do it. I'm going to kill you before that happens, and there we go.
Yeah, we'll
Jim
see.
notices and immediately builds a wall, but let's see how good the fuses are.
Oh my god, it looks like the Roach Warren is going to go down. We have 4 Roaches on the way, but it's not going to be fast enough. The Roach Warren will... Oh god, it will fall. Oh, Puppy, please.
kill.
And I just love how immediate JimRising was to replace that wall. He just cancelled, moved the drone forward. That was actually pretty smooth. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, nice job by JimRising. He survives the initial onslaught from Cham, but Cham is not gonna be up there. A lot of settlings are still here. They can cause chaos at any moment, so Jim needs to be very careful.
Yes, so if this was a Nidus all-in, Cham just killed him because obviously it's a Nidus with roaches. And if this was a 2-base roach all-in with just roach speed, again, Cham denied it as well. Thankfully, it was none of those, and it was 2-base Spire. So Jim is still in this, but Cham, he's been able to cripple Jim if it was anything else but that.
Yeah, now Jim has to invest resources into his defense when he probably would have liked it more to be into more Mutalisk.
Yeah, and Cham is in the dark right now. He actually hasn't confirmed this, so he actually doesn't have spores ready.
Yes, I was just gonna mention this. I mean, I don't know if Cham he just do focus on trying to kill JimRising quickly, that he has neglected his defenses at home. Now the mutalies are finally coming out, and Cham is finally gonna realize, oh shit.
Oh god, we'll see if if it's even gonna matter, because Cham is going for a big push here. No, the roaches get surrounded, and these are the only roaches.
Yeah, these were the only roaches that were here, and now what does Jim have to defend? He has to build Zerlings like immediately. The mutalies have to return to defend this. They enter the main base of JimRising. This is it, mate. GG, and Cham advances to the grand finals.
GG, well played again. Jim, he never rebuilt the Roach Warren, so he had nothing at home to defend. He could make Lings, but his Lings were just going to be worse because Cham had +1 melee, and Cham didn't even care about the mutas because he just wanted to kill his opponent.
So that is it, mate. GG. With that, Cham gonna back in the grand finals to play against his Zerlord in a wild ZvZ.
Oh yeah. Congratulations, Cham. Congratulations. Really, really well played. Really nice response there to a 2-base all-in as well, going for the +1 melee like that. Yeah, you could argue that maybe he was, again, like, if he's crossing off what it could be, like, he maybe should have gotten spores at home, but at the same time, he was also just very confident that Jim just wouldn't have enough to defend. Like, even if the mutas were at home, like, Cham just had so much.
Yeah, he was almost right, though, to be honest. Like, other than that wall, it was like 3 units, mate.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately, Cham is Mexican. He knows how to jump over a wall.
And that's exactly what he did, as he does take the series, moves on to the grand finals, and now he's going to go up against, and now he has a chance at revenge, mate, because you talked about it before, we were all talking about it. The Zerg Lord was able to beat Cham the last time they faced, and now we have a rematch.